right, so I guess I need to re-get premium for X to be able to go live on X. So I guess that's why the link wasn't showing up. I'm not sure. I think we're live on YouTube, Brad.
We should be. Should be working. I don't know. I don't do much of the. Not really a
tech guy.
do
You're
the
not
behind the
really on
scenes
the
stuff. Kind of just
you're not
click
really
the
on the
link and
tech
hop
side
on
of
here.
things.
It's kind of how it goes.
I
here.
have no idea why the link isn't showing up in the YouTube app, but we're live according to. Yeah, here it is. All right. Paste. Picture. Tag me and you.
Boom.
Yeah, I told everybody tomorrow at 11. But as you're going to see in the tweet that's going out right now, when you can get Brad, you get Brad. And so when Brad calls you and says, "Hey, do you want to go live right now?" You say yes. So here we are.
Naturally.
So it's a little impromptu. We're gonna get into a preview of a post-game breakdown of Indiana State, the absolute demolition, the destruction Indiana put on them yesterday. We'll talk about that. We'll get some live Brad reactions from the slate. I also have one of the games on over my shoulder. Still waiting on USC Purdue to come back from weather delay. So yeah, we're just live on a Saturday talking college football. I know, again, like I said in the video I released this morning that we're gonna be live tomorrow morning. I lied. I'm sorry. But we'll have this show. We'll do cut-ups from this, and that'll take us through Sunday and Monday, and then we'll be back live again on Tuesday, obviously, to preview Illinois. So Brad, I guess just initial thoughts. What made you so fired up today to want to just talk Hoosier ball?
I mean, is exactly what we wanted and what we asked for. I will say two things I was pissed about. We kicked a field goal. Didn't like that. Didn't like that one bit. And am I talking to anyone right now? Is anyone here? Where's the chat? Let me know if you're alive. And then another thing I didn't like was the Kalon Black little fumble first down. Didn't like that. Everything else looked pretty good. Charlie Becker, your boy, looked pretty slippery out there. That's what I think. That's crazy. That's the first thing I'm going to say. But yeah, I like me some Charlie Becker. I like him a lot.
Yeah, we obviously didn't have much to say going into this game. It was like dominate, make it look good, and let's be able to turn the page quickly and move on to Illinois and get out of there with any major injuries. And I kind of want to start with Lee Beebe, and then I want to get into all the good, because that was the one real major down from this game.
Get hurt, I know.
Said it. And it felt like I don't want to say Indiana State was playing dirty, but first hit on EJ Williams was a little high. The hit on Surratt, I had a little rant about it yesterday. That was definitely high. I can't believe that wasn't targeting. So I didn't love the way that they were playing. I didn't love the way they were cutting our guys either. But I don't know. It was a dominating win. But no, it looks like by the way people are reacting, it looks like BB suffered a non-contact knee injury, and that the results probably aren't going to be what Hoosier fans want to hear. So we're hopefully going to get some good news tomorrow or Monday, but we'll see. Didn't look great.
Yeah, I think moving forward, I think it's just safe to assume that's going to be Hemby and Black moving forward, and we're going to stick with those two. Khobie Martin looked really good in the game, so that was a big plus to kind of see him getting going. Maybe he can step in as a 2. God forbid someone else goes down, but it looks like it's going to be a 2-man rotation. Positive spin zone is in the news that he is out for the year. He should be eligible for a medical waiver considering game 3. So, we could get 2 more years of Louis Beebe because of this, as opposed to just 1 more year. Stinks that we don't have him this year, because I feel like this team is on the cusp of getting really good really quickly and could be on the cusp of something really special just based on what we saw yesterday. Defense looked way ahead of schedule than what they were last year, and feels like offense is the one that needs to kind of catch up. it felt like a little flipped last year. Just kind of thinking about like where we were at this point against, Western Illinois.
I mean, the offense looked pretty damn good yesterday, Brad.
And they did look pretty damn good. Need to see it against Illinois, but yeah, that's the confidence booster that I was talking about that they need going into it. Just seeing every ball basically get completed throughout the game and putting up 8 touchdowns, 7 through the air, right? And no,
it wasn't 7. Well, yeah, 7 through the air. Yeah, I feel like they ran for 2 or 3 touchdowns. They ran for 3.
I think. Ran for 2.
No, 3. Khobie Martin had 2 himself, and then Mendoza. Yeah, just a quick. It's Khobie Martin breakout game.
A quick 109, 2 tuds from Khobie Martin, who didn't get a snap until the second half.
Yeah, he looked great, dude. Yeah. He had legit burst. I was not that he was slow by any means, but if you compare the Khobie Martin, obviously true freshman Khobie Martin we saw last year, to the guy running through tackles and making guys look silly in this game, like that was noticeable improvement from him. Like that kid put in a bunch of work. Like there's no way around that jump. You don't just get naturally better like that. Like you have to work for it.
Yeah, it's a really good sign from him. Sean Cuono, 2 touches, 17 yards as well.
Cuno. Okay.
Yeah,
the PA and the broadcast were calling him Cuno.
Okay. Yeah, I was kind of watching muted on my phone, low key, because it got a little boring. But I was watching. No worries.
I was locked in the whole time, dude. When he got on the field, I was like, "Oh my god, Cuno sighting, dude." The Peppies got in the game. I know this is why I wanted to break down the snap count. We got both Peppies in this game. Peps, that's what the broadcast was calling them. I'm not going to take their word for it. I didn't hear the PA, but they were both in the game. I want to give the proper credit to the brother that got the sack.
Andrew? No, it was William. It was William.
With the specs, yeah, it was William. 98. Oh, yeah. What's your take on Andrew wearing 42?
It's a good number. It's a great.
So you
number.
Like that number as an end, but you don't like 46 as a linebacker?
No, I think it's a little loony bins. I don't like 46 in general, to be honest, but 42 is a great number.
In football?
Yeah. I mean, maybe it's not as good. It's not as good as 43, but it's good. It's not as good as 40. Might be as good as 45, but yeah, 42 is a solid number. Yeah. All right, let me talk about the Pepe. The Pappy. Yeah, he's the youngin of the two, the lower rated recruit, the one who got the sack yesterday. So shout out Big 98.
Yeah, I thought you were about to load us up with something like this is the guy we've been waiting on, and we've been talking about where he's at.
No, I haven't. Well, it's good to see, because I actually didn't expect much from him, right? Because we have so much depth on that D line, and we haven't seen much from Ndukwe. So it's nice seeing kind of an unexpected guy, make a play like that. Now that you say
his name, I don't remember seeing him at all yesterday.
Yeah, I don't think he played, which is weird. But yeah, so maybe a miss in our previews. It's okay. We don't know what's going on inside the locker room. We're not there. We're just insinuating. Yeah, I love seeing an unexpected guy, a guy that really hasn't done much in his career so far, kind of, get some production on the board. And, it's always a good sign that, maybe he can be a contributor down the line, being able to make plays. He's only a redshirt freshman, probably still a few years away from legit snaps, but, maybe he can accelerate that with, some good play on the field. And with Ndukwe not playing, it seems like that D-line spot, in terms of depth, it seems like it's really just Daly, Wyatt, and Kamara right now. And, feels like it's open for someone else to step up.
Do you want to have the Mendoza conversation right now, or do you want to have a Kamara conversation really quick?
I want to have a Kamara conversation. I'm glad you brought that up. I think we got to move him back to – I'm not even sure if he's necessarily playing different positions. I'm not entirely sure. But if he is, he should probably be moved back to where he was last year, because that seemed to work a lot better than what's going on just in terms of his productivity. He didn't have a single tackle yesterday, one pass defended. It seems like he seems a little invisible right now, and that's basically polar opposite from what we saw from Mikhail Kamara last year. So, it feels like one of those things where it's like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, where it's like, what were they thinking even moving him in the first place? But yeah, I think it better late than never. I'd say it's time to move him back. I was talking to some people on Twitter. They felt the same sentiment. So I think it's valid.
It's hard for me to determine, right? Because it's hard. Like, we don't know exactly what he's being asked to do. We talked a lot about what Linnell Carr's true value was last year, because obviously you saw Mikhail get the raw stats, but like, Linnell Carr was a big piece of a defense that was really good. Nobody really talked about. So is it that Mikhail Kamara is a significantly less productive football player this year than he was last year? I find that hard to be the case when he's been the same player his whole life. So my guess is his responsibilities are a little different. My guess is he's sacrificing a lot for the team, but also and I'm no defensive coach. Like, I'm not going to sit here and tell you like I know better than like Coach Haynes and Coach Buda and Coach Kuntz and Sig and those guys, and they're telling you that that's the position Kamara is going to play. It feels like Wyatt is the more natural stud, and that Kamara going back to playing that hand in the ground defensive end where he was so disruptive from last year makes perfect sense in my head. But at the same time, like, this Indiana defense has been incredibly disruptive the first 3 weeks. They played some mobile quarterbacks. They played teams that worked at incredibly high tempos. That's not going to be what they're going to see on Saturday night with Altmaier. And I'm not saying that doesn't present a different challenge. It does. But like, Luke Altmaier is not going to drop back, run right, run back left, run back right, scramble for 75 yards. Like, that's just not his game.
Yeah.
And so with the teams they've played, with what I'm presuming they're asking Mikhail to do, I'm really not like, I don't think the guy forgot how to play football or forgot how to get after the quarterback.
I'm not worried about him.
I think he's personally sacrificing his stats, which is like disappointing considering like we all wanted him to chase 20 sacks, and going through this non-con schedule and coming out of it with 1 sack doesn't bode well for the rest of the season. In terms of chasing that number, I'm not saying like in terms of like having a good year, like that's not what I mean at all. But so in terms of what the expectation that the fans and Mikhail himself put out there, it off to a rough start. But at the same time, like, I think they've allowed like 20 first downs or under 20 first downs in 3 games. Like they've allowed like 24 total points. Like, they're taking the ball away. They're playing really well, and they're not like, one of the things that they're not really doing is getting after the quarterback in a big way. But like, I mean, the sack numbers yesterday: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sacks, 16 TFLs. Like, I'd like to see that be a bigger number. Like, could you say that the pass rush has been a little bit disappointing? Maybe.
Yeah,
But at the same time, I think it's because they played the style of offenses they played, both with mobile quarterbacks and the fact that they're going to move like up tempo. It's hard to get after the quarterback when you're trying to be gap disciplined.
Yeah, and they might not even have unleashed necessarily what they're going to be doing up front yet, and they've been kind of just keeping it simple throughout the first 3 games before we head into Illinois. You don't want to show off your all your disguises, all your blitz schemes going into Illinois. Kind of want to unleash it in the Big Ten opener.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what we're going to see. And I think you made a great point in terms of like, he's probably sacrificing a ton, and there's probably a bigger picture involved in terms of what he's doing on that side of the ball. But yeah, from what I was told, it's just a little puzzling because like from what I was told, the stud is typically the more rangier, more versatile, better athlete type edge, and it's hard for me to imagine that's not Kellen Wyatt over Mikhail Kamara. Not saying they're just different types of players. I'm not saying one's better than the other. I'm really just saying they're just different types of players, and it feels like Wyatt, who's listed as an outside linebacker last year, fits that stud type role better, and that's kind of where I'm coming from in terms of just from what I was told about the position when they first got there. But if they trust Mikhail to handle those responsibilities, obviously I'm going to trust the coaching staff. They've been absolutely lights out, right? Eight points per game. That first down number is insane if accurate. And
well, I'm trying to go like quick math off the top of my head. Like it was how many first downs in this game? Let's see. Oh, but to answer Theodore Smith in the chat, I don't think the position change made him worse. I think it's that he has different responsibilities, and it's just not his play isn't reflecting in the hard stats. But like it's telling when you don't like if that guy's not getting blasted by Curt Cignetti, like where is this guy? He's been a ghost. Like I'm not worried about him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's I think everything's fine, but I'm just a little disappointed the production just isn't there. But there's probably a bigger picture involved.
Okay, Indiana State had 5 first downs. Kennesaw State had 10. And ODU, who kicks off in an hour, had 10. So 25 first downs allowed on the season total.
Crazy.
That's so absurd.
That's stupid.
It's hard for me to complain about any part of this defense, but at this
like 7.7 points per game.
Mm-hmm. But like Sig's been saying he needs more from the safeties, and so we'll see how that manifests itself. I will say Indiana State outgained Purdue in 2024 by 10 yards. So do with that information what you will.
So is Indiana State better than Purdue? They lost to Purdue last year head-to-head, so.
This Indiana State team might have beaten last year's Purdue team.
Yeah, maybe in like triple overtime, which Illinois went to triple overtime with that Purdue team. So
people forget the Illinois fans are the Illinois fans with their terrible offensive line have been like, we're coming to Bloomington to whoop you. It's like, fellas, like we're the favorite. Like I
was told their O-line was going to be the best in the conference going into this year. That's
Brad,
what I was told.
I'm being completely honest, and I don't want to get too deep into Illinois yet because I want to have a Fernando Mendoza conversation. But Indiana's the favorite in that game and it was the line was 4.5 when I saw it, or 4. Like typically from what I've known is the home team gets 3 points regardless. So Vegas is giving Indiana 1.5 on a neutral field. That's not me. That's Vegas. So like the fact that the Illinois fans are like, we're coming in there to whoop you. It's like you're the underdog, dude. Like it's not going to be an upset when Indiana wins that game.
No.
Maybe based on the AP poll, because the general public doesn't understand how to rank football teams, which we've learned over the past 2 weeks, which is nothing new. I don't know.
I just can't wait for that game. We're gonna hold off of previewing it because this is a review.
Then we won't have a show. Then we will literally not have a show on Tuesday.
Yeah, we're not gonna do it.
Mendoza.
I'm gonna fall for the chat. Mendoza, Heisman, yeah.
Heisman
Mendoza. He's at about 700 yards.
Oh, I have his stats actually. Shout out to Hoosier Review.
No picks. Hasn't played the entirety of any game yet, and yeah, he's looking the part. And that's exactly what we needed to see going into Illinois, who has very good DBs and a very good defense. So it's going to be imperative of him to, keep turnovers to a minimum going into that. And good to see him continue to do it. I mean, just the stat pads. I didn't start Omar Cooper on my fantasy team, but I did start Mendoza. So at least I have that.
You got one of them.
Oh, man, so close.
Mendoza in this game, 270 passing yards. 5 touchdowns. He also added a rushing touchdown. But what he was doing with the football, the placement, the velocity, the executing of the offense, just delivering the ball in stride. Like, I don't care who's playing defense. I don't care how close they are to the receivers. Like, nobody's stopping those footballs he was throwing yesterday. You could put like a football-sized hole there, and he was throwing it right through those. Like, it was wildly impressive. He wasn't touched. The offensive line was great. And at one point he was 14 of 14.
You watch.
Like, he was ridiculous.
You watch Mendoza play against Indiana State, and then you go turn on Penn State Villanova. That's on right now, and it's like night and day. It's very clear who the better quarterback is against very similar competition. Villanova is better than Indiana State, but like even taking that into account, it's clear as day who the better thrower of the ball is.
Well, that's why when we did our quarterback rankings on this channel, you can go find the video. I sat here and was like, you can't look at Fernando Mendoza, tell me to my face you see Andrew Luck, and then put anybody in this conference above him. To me, he's the best quarterback in the conference. And while maybe we didn't see that in game one, like to your point, his stats through 3 games, shout out to Hoosier Review, he's 55 for 76. That's 72.4% completion, 708 yards, 9 touchdowns, no picks. He's been sacked once. He's also got 15 carries for 73 yards and 2 touchdowns. Juxtapose that to last season at Cal, 16 passing touchdowns, 2 rushing touchdowns, and 41 sacks.
Yeah, he's already at his number basically. He's gonna exceed his touchdown total by game 6 probably from last year, and yeah, he's gonna double his stats, and it's gonna look really good for his resume as he might get an invite to New York if he keeps this up. But, it all comes down to team wins at this point for him to continue his campaign. So they just got to take care of business. But we got to talk about Alberto too. I mean, that kid looks awesome.
Did you hear the Omar Cooper comment?
One of the better. Yeah, he throws harder than Fernando. Which you probably, yeah. That's really good to hear.
That is awesome to hear.
Yeah. Regardless of what happens if Mendoza goes 2 years, and regardless, we have 4 years of these guys. So I mean, it looks.
The Mendoza dynasty is strong.
2 years Fernando, 2 years of Alberto. It looks like our quarterback situation is pretty under wraps for the next 4 years, and there's not a whole lot of programs that can say that. It's a great spot to be in. When I talk about stacking days, stacking weeks, stacking years, like this is exactly what I'm talking about, and the quarterback room looks solidified for the next that's a college generation, 4 years. So that's a huge.
It's a cycle. I don't know
luxury
if I'd call
to have. Just think about what Alberto is going to look like as a redshirt senior. Just think about it. I mean, come on.
My favorite tweet of the weekend or of the day was from Hoosiers Connect, who said, "When we say Mendoza is a dual threat, we mean that there are 2 Mendozas, and they are both a threat to your football team."
There's twins. No, clones.
Just the mango salesman.
There's a third.
Slinging
Mendoza, which is the funniest thing about the whole thing.
There is a third Mendoza?
That's what I've heard. Apparently he's a lot younger, though.
I don't think so. I don't think there's a third Mendoza that plays quarterback that's coming into Kurt Cignetti's system. That would be wild, though. Imagine we're just like a Mendoza factory. It's like, how do you play quarterback at Indiana? Like, you be a Mendoza.
There's not a third Mendoza brother.
No, there's not.
Well, I'm the third Mendoza brother. How about that? I might change that. I might change master of the.
We've been over this, Brad. You should have been a PO, and you missed your calling. But it's not too late. You can start Driveline, and we can figure something out.
27, make the majors. It could be.
Dude, have you? What's the movie where the guy like he used to be a pitcher, and then he like picks it up late, and he's like wearing jeans, and he goes out to the road, and he throws a pitch past the speed thing, but it's broken. It shows like 77. He's like, it suck. He walks away, and it flashes like 97. And then it's like, oh my God, like this guy throws 97. I don't remember what movie it was, but I always remember that scene. Like, what a ridiculous scene.
I can only think of Rookie of the Year, the little kid throwing 100.
That wouldn't make sense in your situation, though.
But because I kind of have that. I got a whip myself. So,
do you want to talk about Cignetti providing Nick Saban flashbacks, losing his mind at his team, yelling 6 or for whatever reason, or like chewing out Mendoza or like all this stuff? The clip of him from like college football out of context, I think, posted it, of him screaming at the defense, I think, and then the score flashes, and it's 66-0. I get that flashback to the Saban thing where he's chewing out his offensive line and it's like 48-3 or whatever the score like is in that clip.
Or the Will Muschamp Nick Saban, which is personally my favorite, the one at the LSU one.
Where they're both the two of them are like dogs
mm-hmm.
on a chain, like
just scary. Just scary. But yeah, no, I mean, yeah, give the man anything he wants. I tweeted it out yesterday. He's absolutely hysterical as a human being. Just he's a watchdog for complacency. I mean, you can't hide. Can't run. Yeah, he's a watchdog. You're screwed if you're gonna get complacent around Cignetti and his program.
That is the truth. They threw for like 500.
Is there a single game on right now?
Yeah, SMU's on right now.
So many rain delays. All right,
SMU and Missouri State. Were you surprised they ran for 300 yards again? Kind of backdoored at 301. I was a little surprised. I didn't think I literally caught myself yesterday when I was recording my initial reaction and being like, yeah, the run game kind of lagged behind the passing game. And it's like, yeah, they didn't. They ran for 301 yards. They're balanced. Like they're a really, really damn good football team.
The Hoosiers have three 200-yard rushers through 3 games. I name another team in the country, please. Find me one that's doing that.
I don't think you can. And no. Taylor from Bite Size Bison tweeted out like the expected play or like whatever those expected play averages were, whatever. Indiana was in the 99th percentile the entire game. Indiana State was in the first percentile. Like it was pure domination. You pointed out, Brad.
How bad did we get beat? The EPA just.
Oh my God! Well, yeah, I haven't seen that yet, but that's going to be a fun graph to look at.
That comes in after Saturday. We're waiting on it. I'm trying to get Georgia, Tennessee on my TV.
Were you panicked at all that Khalil Benson wasn't starting? And do you think we'll ever find out what team rule he violated? Because the broadcast wouldn't say anything, and we only found out after the game.
Oh, it was a team rule? We found out?
He violated a team rule, which is why he didn't start.
Okay.
Still played with the ones.
I'm not worried about it. Watchdog for complacency.
Yeah.
Strike it down.
Yep.
That's the first incident we've ever had in the Cignetti era.
That I can think of, yeah, for sure.
That's the first one.
Not that it's been too long.
I'm telling you as a fact, that is the first off the field incident I've heard from a player since Cignetti's gotten there. And we don't know what it is. Probably a curfew thing. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
I don't want to speculate. Yeah. I do want to give helmets.
It does worry me. It does worry me a little bit. You know,
it is a little worrying that
you're seeing like, that because that's kind of one of the green flags that we've been leaning on. I mean, just a fucking Tom Allen guy. What the hell? Just coming in there, bringing out back old habits. What the hell, Khalil?
It's just not how we. This is
new era.
I don't want to speculate on what it was, but it was a violation of team rules, and he sat out for the first half. So obviously not what you want to see, but they handled it internally. It's not going to get any further than that. I think the blur on the thing is just ridiculous, but whatever. I want to do helmet stickers, Brad. I'm giving mine out first because you always take my guys. Omar Cooper Jr. 10 for 207 and 4 touchdowns. You get a helmet sticker. Khobie Martin, 11 for 100 and 2 touchdowns. You get a helmet sticker. What else do we have? Sean Cuno, first career carry. You get a helmet sticker. That was epic.
That's good.
No turnovers. That was utterly ridiculous. How do we not turn the ball over once? I
mean, they did.
Turnover on downs, fake punt. I know. And Daly looks phenomenal, and he's somebody that Hoosier fans haven't really got to see much. I think that's another one of those guys who you probably haven't seen the full potential of what that dude can do, like unleashed and rushing the passer, which is another reason why I'm not worried about A, the pass rush, and B, Mikhail. But no turnover is kind of nuts.
I
don't know if I have it. Yeah, I don't know if I have. I mean, they played phenomenally. I don't know if I have a defensive helmet sticker because I feel like it was just a complete group effort. Everybody dominated.
I'll give some out. Bones Jones helmet
Oh,
sticker.
Bones. No, you're right.
Mario Landino helmet sticker.
Oh, another good one. He played phenomenally. He looked like he wanted to be on the field more. And also, I believe he was on the
Willie
field.
DePepe, first career sack helmet sticker.
True.
Boom.
Good calls,
Tyreek
Brad.
Tucker
Good calls.
solo sack helmet sticker.
Can we talk about the defensive tackle rotation really quick?
Yeah. What do you want to talk
It
about?
was a lot of Tucker. It was a lot of Ratcliffe. It was a lot of Landino. Unless I
Not a
just
lot of Wheeler.
kept missing Wheeler.
Remember, he's still chasing the ball carrier, still chasing the running back. That's where he was.
And that's why I want to see the snap counts because it's hard for me to like pull that
Dude,
off of memory.
these leashes aren't long in the Indiana program, dude. Remember, they made that position change with Sanguinetti. They gave him a shot. They gave Benson a shot. They gave
Well, no, Benson's the starter.
Wheeler a shot, and
Benson went right back in with the starters and played with the ones.
Okay. First incident though. And you know what, Mikhail Kamara.
And they also listen. I'm not saying
sacrificing for the team, helmet sticker. Mikhail
I'm not
Kamara,
saying the coaching staff lied.
That's an encouragement helmet sticker.
I'm not telling you the coaching staff lied and said it in saying he violated a team rule, but I also wouldn't put it past any coaching staff to want to see what you have when you had a tackle battle. Is there a conspiracy there? I don't know.
All four should be playing. Like, I mean, we're so deep. Monette and Garcia can come in there too. I don't care. Throw anyone.
Oh, I'm doing helmet sticker for Kyler Garcia. First career snaps.
First career snaps for Kyler Garcia. Big fans.
Big
Mendoza, Fernando, and Alberto. Double helmet
both
sticker.
Mendozas. Double Doza.
I'll give another one to Khobie Martin and another one to Coop because they deserve it.
And I'll give one to Clay Connor. He didn't get credit for it because they called it back, but he blocked another punt. That's like 3 in 3 weeks.
Clay Connor helmet sticker. I like that. Johnny Brady did another great job at punt return helmet sticker. Punt return year.
Johnny Brady caught a touchdown and high-fived the cop.
Johnny Brady caught 2 touchdown passes. Johnny Brady helmet sticker, 2 touchdowns. Great job on punt. And yeah, I'm out of stickers. I gave out like 10. So
can we give a half a helmet sticker to whoever the sideline reporter was who got Signetti to smile not once but twice during interviews?
Holden Stays, first career touchdown helmet sticker. And yeah, we'll give one to I guess you can give one to the sideline reporter. That would just ruin.
I said half.
Whole...
I said half. Like not a full one.
No, it's
you did good.
Either all in or out, you know.
The other half goes to I don't know. The other half goes to Indiana State for showing up. I will say, and maybe this was just me, and I would actually like to know if anybody else echoed the same sentiment. I think I saw Hoosier Commish say something about like the fact that Indiana State was flying around. There was a point where it was like 38-0, and I still felt like Indiana State was like flying around and hitting and playing physically, and I just felt like we hadn't taken it from them yet, and it bothered me. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think that just means they're
well coached. They are well coached.
I don't think that's about.
You just muted. Brad, you're muted. You're still muted.
How'd that happen? I didn't.
Mic probably. I think your mic died.
Died. Oh my goodness. All right. Let's throw this out. What was I saying?
It's the cord. It's not the mic.
What was I saying?
I have no idea. You literally started to talk and went mute.
What were you talking about? Come on, man.
You threw me for a loop. Now I'm lost. Oh, physicality.
Yeah, no, I was just saying, that's a sign. It's a good sign for them, not a bad sign for us.
Yes.
That's the takeaway.
Can we talk about the crowd?
Was it good? Was it bad? I didn't really.
It's great. I thought the crowd for Friday night when everybody was complaining that nobody was going to show up, I thought the crowd was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Aesthetically, like from the pictures, looked great. They were loud. You could hear them on TV, and you know it's going to be double or triple that in terms of intensity for next weekend. It was a very nice preview for what Merchants Bank Field at Memorial Stadium can look like during a night game. And you saw like Hoosiers Connect put up the picture of the sunset over the stadium, and it just like, oh, such a photogenic stadium. It's gorgeous. Yeah. It's beautiful. Beautiful.
The limestone.
But the crowd was great. I thought the crowd was great. The students were there. They were there early. They were loud. It was just
Illinois is going to be bumping. That's all we know.
Yeah, and it like people were giving the crowd so much shit because we understand what it looks like when that place is jumping and going nuts, and we do a lot of complaining, and we are setting a high standard, but like people are going to find out on Saturday night when that place is rocking. Like it almost feels like this is Nebraska all over again, where like I don't get it. Maybe it's me.
It can't. I'm hoping so because, I'm hoping it's over quick. Let's just say that.
I don't think it's going to be over quick. I think that's the difference between a team that's well put together and well coached like Illinois and a team that's well coached but not well put together. Like Illinois is going to be like has the firepower to hang around. They should have guys that like can threaten in some way, shape, or form, at least just as well as some of these offenses have.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So it's like I'm not like sitting here saying like that's going to be a trouncing, but I'm not hesitant in saying we're the better football team.